Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Who is Hendo, and we back talking sports. More facts about Kobe. So, Kobe, I'm gonna go all the way up. I'm gonna go all the way to that. Most fourth quarter points, buzzer beaters, clutch points, 6 different times. Score 50 points by the end of 3 quarters. Score 400 points over a 10 game span 3 different times. Only player outscored an entire team. Y'all know about that. Kobe won 67% of his 40-point games, shooting 51 field goal percentage, 44% from three. And I checked all these, so I got my laptop right here. Kobe won 72% of his 50-point games, shooting 53%. Kobe won 100% of his 60-point games, shooting 56%. The above indicates his scoring was closely correlated to winning games, and the more he shot and scored, the more his team won games. The GOAT month, '06 Kobe at the peak, not even at the peak of his powers, averaged 14.8 points in the fourth quarter, 62 straight free throws. LeBron could never. 2 game winners, 3 50-point games, 4 40-point games, the 81-point game. The only player in history besides Wilt, who is the statistical GOAT, to score 35% of team's points for an entire NBA season, 36.5 in 2006. His team averaged 97. Most playoff wins in the decade. It's actually Robert Ory with 102, but they was teammates. So among the top 75 players, sorry, I didn't, you know. So he got the most playoff wins in the decade of the 2000s. LeBron James got the most for, I think, period. I think he got 120. Won an astounding 66% of his playoff games in the decade, a whopping 7% more than Tim Duncan. Dominated his arch rival Tim Duncan and the Spurs, going 4-1 versus the Spurs in the playoffs, averaging 36 and 6, with a plus minus of 140 versus the Spurs in the playoffs. Highest plus minus in NBA history for a player to score 20K for a decade, plus 334.70. 24 50 win teams. He beat more 50 playoff teams in a 3 year span than Magic did with Kareem and Worthy for a whole career. Highest MVP vote share for the 2000 decade at 34%. Tim Duncan, 32%. Only player in history to score 600 points in 3 straight postseasons. Only player in history to score 600 points, 100 assists, 100 rebounds in 3 straight postseasons. Only player in history to have back-to-back 45 and 10 rebound games in the playoffs on his way to a championship. Of course, we got the infamous 48 and 16 versus Sacramento, 45 and 10 versus the Spurs. Highest plus minus in the entire playoffs in the 2000-2001 season. Yes, when they went 15 and 1. The only top 75 player to beat 450 win teams in the playoffs and win a championship without a top 75 player. I'm not done. The only player to shoot 50% and 50% 3 point and 80% from the free throw line while averaging 25, 5, and 5 in the NBA Finals in the whole decade. NBA record for most road playoff 30-point games, 2009 9. NBA record 15 30-point games in 2009 postseason. NBA record basically 2,000 points over 3 straight postseasons. I got that. The only player to average 30 and make all NBA first team defense, and Kobe did it 3 times. 7-0 in the Western Conference Finals when the average opposition win percentage at 70%. An eye-popping 58% win percentage with a 59-42 record in the playoffs without Shaq or a top 75 teammate against the toughest playoff competition faced by a top 75 player in history. NBA record 85% of his playoff opponents were 50-win teams. To put it in perspective, most superstars will have a losing record in the regular season without one or two stars. 36-0 in Olympic and international competition. It's never a coincidence. I can go on and on and on, bro. Listen, this is a big reason why I have Kobe number 2 all time. The competition he played with, the competition he played against, and what he was able to do. And it's a lot of stats out here that I just read to you that's not being, you know what I'm saying, put out here about Kobe because they want to erase his legacy. Come on now. Kobe faced the toughest competition out of the whole top 10, bro, and still ended up with a 5-2 record in the finals. And if it wasn't for him trying to, and if it wasn't for him being selfish in the '04 finals, they probably could have won that one. He had 6 titles, but he had to learn. He wasn't perfect, and I'm not a Kobe fan that's not going, you know what I'm saying, sweep under the rug his, you know what I'm saying, misfortunes. The 2011 when he got swept, that was bad. That was probably his last chance. Well, I think the 2012, 2013 was his last chance, but he got, you know what I'm saying, his Achilles got injured. I don't give him a pass for the '04 finals, but the difference is he didn't shy away from the moment. He just didn't trust his teammates enough, and that was bad on him. But these is more Kobe Bryant facts, man. I'm out.